Now it's 6. From weather extremes to global trade challenges, Missouri's 88,000 farms navigate uncertainty while powering a $93 billion industry. Plus, ROTC cadets at Pitt State begin the official start to their military careers, and the Newton County Sheriff's Office pays tribute to fallen officers in the 4 states.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It's been a roller coaster ride when it comes to farmers in Missouri, from severe droughts and hay shortages and sometimes too much rain. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Anthony Saviello. But even with all the uncertainty, many farmers are still optimistic. Chris Bryant looks at the future of agriculture this summer.
While farmers are busy watching their animals and crops, they are also keeping an eye on the ever-changing global trade climate.
We also know that trade is critically important to our sector of the U.S. economy. 96% of the world's consumers live somewhere besides the United States. And U.S. agriculture is extremely productive and efficient at what we do. So therefore, export markets are really critical in getting our goods to the world's consumers.
The Missouri Department of Agriculture says agriculture employs roughly 460,000 people across the state, which is home to 88,000 farms. The farming and forestry industry account for $93.7 billion in Missouri, with soybean, corn, and poultry and eggs being the top commodities.
Agriculture is Missouri's #1 economic driver, and truly agriculture is one of the most exciting sectors to invest in as we think about opportunity for the state of Missouri.
Garrett Hawkins is the president of the Missouri Farm Bureau, which works with small and large farms across the state. He's closely watching what happens in Washington, D.C., and how legislation could impact local farmers.
Uncertainty when it comes to tax policy as well as trade policy, and the fact that we're still waiting on Congress to pass a new farm bill that hasn't been done since 2018. So there are a lot of issues that are brewing out there.
The Missouri's Office of Administration says that the Missouri General Assembly has approved $73 million for the Department of Agriculture. That budget is now on the governor's desk.
If we're not able to keep up farm production, and in my view, especially family farm production, we all lose. There may come a day wherein we just simply don't have access to the nutritional foods that we have come to expect if we're not able to make sure that these farms are self-sustainable.
The American Relief Act that was signed into law in December 2024 extended the 2018 Farm Bill through the end of this September. Let's go ahead and check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at weather.
And it turned out to be a nice Friday for us today. We did get some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there during the morning hours, but we are watching for severe weather as we go into the weekend. Saturday night storms, low severe threat. Early storms on Sunday, bigger severe threat, a lot of question marks on Sunday, and more severe threat or weather on Monday. All the action today has been eastern Missouri. St. Louis had a pretty big tornado now rolling through the Boot Heel of Missouri. We look good for us tonight. Tomorrow, here's our threat. We're kind of right on the northern edge of that severe threat. A little higher threat, but a conditional threat as we go into Sunday. So a lot to watch as we go through the next few days. So let's go into Saturday evening. Some isolated storms. Again, mainly a wind and a hail threat after 6 or 7 p.m. But we could get a pretty good cluster that drives through tomorrow night. I'm going to break it all down for you here in just a bit.
All right, Doug, thanks. A man is in custody as a pursuit with police crosses state lines yesterday. Cherokee County Police were notified of pursuits entering from Joplin of a motorcycle for traffic violations. The motorcycle encountered Cherokee County officers on the 8000 block of Southeast Star Drive. The driver then failed to navigate a turn on Southeast 80th and Star Road. After a brief chase on foot, authorities captured the suspect. 42-year-old James Cawley of Joplin, Missouri was transported to the Cherokee County Jail, where he was booked for theft, possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, fleeing or eluding a law enforcement officer, and multiple traffic charges. Law enforcement in Neosho held a special service today in honor of fallen officers. The service was conducted by Newton County Sheriff's Office chaplains. Members of the public as well as family and friends attended the event featuring Senator Jill Carter, Newton County Sheriff Matt Stewart, and Neosho Police Chief Jason Baird.
Also, we have the officers that we want to remember, but we also want to remember their families. Their families are the ones that send them out every day, not knowing if they're going to come home at the end of that shift. And unfortunately, too many families receive that call that they're not coming home. And so we also want to remember those families that have had to go through this and make sure that they're remembered as well.
The event took place in recognition of Law Enforcement Fallen Officers Week. Well, it's graduation weekend for many seniors in high school and college, including ROTC cadets at Pittsburgh State University. This morning, 13 cadets became officers, marking their official start of their military careers in a commissioning ceremony. The event represents years of the individual's hard work and the beginning of their journey as an officer.
My dad actually got his commission through Pitt State too, so it's a big honor to have him here and follow my dad's footsteps.
Family and friends were invited to attend today's ceremony. Also being recognized this afternoon at PSU, graduating nursing students. A nursing pinning ceremony recognized the more than 130 students from the Irene Ransom Bradley School of Nursing. The ceremony signifies the end of a student's program. It's also their official initiation into the profession. Colgan faces Iola as the regular season wraps up. John Dales has more on the softball face-off coming up later in sports. But up first, building a better community.
The Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity is encouraging applicants for its Brush with Kindness program. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story.
The Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity is encouraging community members to apply for a program that could help with home improvement needs. With the help of volunteers, a Brush with Kindness helps take care of exterior projects some may not have the financial or physical ability to address. KOAM Samantha Walker has more.
Volunteers have joined together to help make sure one Joplin resident with disabilities has a safe ramp to use at her home. For those participating, the work is a way to give back.
It's our job to find projects where they can put those good intentions to work.
The workday is part of the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity's A Brush with Kindness program, which they're encouraging more people to apply to. Under that program, they hope to help homeowners who are older, physically disabled, or a veteran with exterior home improvement projects. It could be anything from painting to yard work.
It'll be lighter things because the people who generally call us up, they used to be able to do yard work and they can't. Or they've had a situation where maybe their fence or maybe their handrails have gone downhill a little bit. So we'll come in and replace those. So it's lighter work, but you can still make a big difference with good volunteers.
He emphasizes the Brush with Kindness program helps with exterior projects that volunteers of any skill level can help with. Volunteers with Habitat, Hearts and Hammers, and the Mercy Orthopedic Hospital and Clinic join to help with a workday, knowing that even small projects can have a big impact.
Today is really just a day about giving back some service to this lady that needs this. Her yard was kind of overgrown and a mess. We had a tree down over the barn, and we had to fix her wheelchair ramp into her front door. We're not building a brand new home. We're really just fixing this one up to help this lady out.
Since 2013, the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity has done about 450 improvements, and they hope to do a lot more.
We have a responsibility to be productive and to be there for homeowners who have needs with their homes. And we have a lot of great partners too, a lot of awesome volunteers.
As a healthcare giver with Mercy, we take care of patients every day. This is a little bit different. We're still taking care of people, but we're out in the community helping people that need help.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Even if you're unsure if you qualify for a Brush with Kindness, the Joplin Area Habitat for Humanity says it doesn't hurt to reach out. You can find more information on how to apply on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. A little later, a cross-state rivalry renewed as the Cardinals take on the Royals tonight at Kauffman Stadium. John has a preview in sports.
And our severe threat increases for the weekend. We're going to look at that coming up. We had a few isolated thunderstorms southwestern Missouri this morning, but since then we've had a really nice day. All those thunderstorms rolled east, produced a lot of severe weather. Central, eastern parts of Missouri. Now you can see all the tornado warnings up through Illinois and Indiana heading away from us, but we have another storm system right out here, which is going to affect us over 3 days, actually, full 3 days, late Saturday, Sunday, Monday, into about Tuesday morning. So we're going to watch this as it pushes in over the next couple days. So our severe threat starts to come back up. So this is Saturday evening, mainly after 8 p.m. Isolated severe thunderstorms right on that northern edge. If we had anything severe, we're looking at mainly wind and hail. Sunday's a different story. This is a conditional threat, meaning we have a capped environment. So if we don't break the cap, we're not even going to have a drop of rain. If we can partially break it, any storms that do fire, we have a chance for all modes of severe weather. Of course, that means wind, hail, and tornadoes. So we want to watch that. And then on Monday, the threat sticks around as well, which we'll look at here in just a second. All right, pretty calm tonight, mid-50s. Let's go into your Saturday. Most of the day looks good. We get some mid and upper level clouds in here late. High temps near 80 degrees. Thunderstorm threat mainly after 7 p.m. Isolated storms. If these guys get going, if we had anything strong or severe, main threat would be some small hail. And then it looks like, I think we'll get a complex that drops through tomorrow night. So here's after midnight. With these, we could have a wind and a hail threat once again. I do think we'll start with morning thunderstorms on Sunday, then most of Sunday's okay. But if we get through that cap, and a cap is warm air loft, so thunderstorms that kind of build up and they hit that warm air loft and then they fizzle apart. But if that cap weakens, then we get those guys. And if they get going, they will most likely rotate. Better chance Kansas, Missouri, north of I-44. So we want to watch this closely into Sunday afternoon, into Sunday night, and then into Monday morning. Then unfortunately, we do a repeat on Monday. A pretty good, at least a moderate threat for severe weather on top of us once again Monday afternoon into Monday evening. So let's look at Monday. Morning thunderstorms. We clear out again, just like Sunday. A little earlier in the day, probably after 2 p.m., showers, thunderstorms pop, most likely supercells, and again, that chance that they could rotate. Then periods of showers and thunderstorms Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then we get rid of all this mess. Looks great right now. Great shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam, sitting nearly 80 outside through the evening, 70s, 60s, mid-50s. Later on tonight and your weekend, of course, watching for those chances of thunderstorms, but the daytime really looks pretty good. Temps into lower 80s. Alert days Sunday and Monday due to those severe threats. And then we start to cool down, dry out. In fact, high temp of only 64 on Wednesday. That is chilly right before Memorial Weekend.
Doesn't sound too bad, though. Doesn't sound too bad at all.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. Thanks, Doug. Well, Aloe Fiber hosted a ribbon cutting ceremony at its Joplin office today. The company is currently busy in Newton County installing a fiber optic network for businesses and the community. Today's event gave the public a chance to come out and meet Aloe representatives, local businesses, and Chamber of Commerce members. Still ahead, the Royals and Cardinals renew their rivalry in Kansas City, and Colgan High School softball plays its final regular season games of the year. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Pittsburgh State baseball began the NCAA tournament with a bang. The Gorillas crushed Henderson State 18-5 in the first game of the regional yesterday. And this evening we were supposed to get a matchup between Pitt State and Arkansas Monticello, who beat Minnesota State Mankato in the other game yesterday. However, this one postponed because of rain. It'll get played Saturday at 4. However, the All-Central Region teams get released today, and 4 Gorillas are on that list. First baseman Dagan Brewer, starting pitcher Colby Dugan, both of them on the first team. Outfielder Alex Rogers and starting pitcher Maddox Thornton, both of them are on the second team All-Region. And playoffs for high school softball in Kansas, they're right around the corner. Most of our local teams get started next week, and this afternoon, 2 of them meet up for the regular season finale. It's a beautiful day in Pittsburgh as Colgan hosts Iola for a softball doubleheader. Zoe Hesse gets the start in the circle for the Mustangs, and she is in the zone early. Bottom of the first inning, she strikes out the side and that keeps us scoreless. That'll be a sign of things to come. Top of the second, Kendall Bycroft at the plate, and she slices one down the line in right field. That's a fair ball. It'll score the first run of the game. Mustangs jump out to a 1-0 lead on that RBI double. Next batter, Alana Bader skies it into the gap in right center. That gets down and bounces over the fence for a ground rule double. Bycroft can take her time crossing the plate. It's 2-0 Mustangs. Hesse gets right back to work in the circle. In the bottom of the third, she picks up 2 more swinging strikeouts. She gets the win after pitching a complete game, and Iola takes the front end of the doubleheader over Colgan. Final score in this one, 6-5. Meanwhile, over in Missouri, district tournaments are underway for our local high school baseball teams. One of those taking place in Pierce City. And in the quarterfinal round this evening, Sarcoxy takes down Southwest 8-2. Bears move on to the semifinals on Monday. We'll bring you the highlights from this contest later tonight at 9 and 10. Up in Kansas City, the Cardinals and Royals renew their rivalry this evening. Both of them come into tonight with relatively successful starts to the month of May. Cardinals have won 10 out of their last 11, which has them sitting just a game behind the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. The Royals, they've won 10 of their last 14. They're in third place in the American League Central, 4.5 games behind the Tigers for first. They're 1 game behind the Guardians, who are in second place, and first pitch at Kauffman Stadium tonight at 6:40. The Royals, they were a playoff team last year, expect to be again this year. Cardinals missed out on the playoffs last year, but so far this season, they look like they've got the ability to make it back to the postseason.
So what do you think? Your call for tonight, who's taking this one?
I think the Cardinals are just red hot right now. It's hard to pick against them. I'd go with the Cardinals.
So what's coming up tonight at 9 on Fox 14? We'll have advice from mental health experts on how to rewire your brain for a healthier approach to life. Plus, we have the dramatic story of a 10-year-old boy who survives the unthinkable. And families take in a fun-filled night at Black Market Fireworks in Joplin. Those stories and a lot more coming up tonight at 9 on KOAM News on Fox 14. Well, don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone, free of charge. It's available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. KOAM Skywatch weather app. Probably going to need it this weekend to just keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah, it's going to get active. At least tomorrow looks fine, but we could get some thunderstorms popping up in the evening hours if we had anything severe. Main threat is going to be gusty winds and large hail. Alert days Sunday and Monday. Most of Sunday's fine. Severe threat picks up in the evening into the night, and even a higher threat on Monday. We're in prime time severe weather season, middle of May, so pay attention. It doesn't take much to get severe weather this time of year.
Have a plan for when it comes around, absolutely. And a final sports note.
Yeah, well, I mentioned earlier the Gorilla baseball team, they have tonight off, but it could be a very exciting weekend for them. If they get done what they went out there to accomplish, they come back here as regional champions, but obviously only 1 out of the 4 teams that make it will do so.
Sure, we'll see if they can. Thanks for watching. We're right back here at 10. Have a great night.